cheek against the pane. Clear a circle on the glass where tears leave streaks like rain. Something here for everyone, however you're inclined. Come and get an eyeful before I pull down the line. Full voyage, full voyeur, it's a journey of peeking where secrets...
A stage manager facilitates all of the rehearsal. I'm there through the whole rehearsal process, and I'm helping. I set all the props, and I learn what the director's idea of the show is, and what his or her inspiration is, and ultimately, what the broadest picture of the show is. So that way, when it's time to build the show, we take from my notes and the director's notes how to build the cues around the show. Stage manager in real time calls all the cues around what happens on stage. So I basically orchestrate. If I'm not executing the cues in a larger theater, I might just call all the cues, but it's kind of exciting to be able to run something as well, so I get to run the sound there, which is going into the top of the show. I call everything from the moment the house lights go out till the first cue comes up, when the first sound happens, when the crossfades happen, just about everything that you see, every change that you see on the set that regarding lights or sound is called by a stage manager or projection. The most important thing I do during the rehearsal process at all these rehearsals is learn what the show looks like and how the actors move about on stage, so that I can have, essentially I can anticipate what they're about to do, so no one's ever found unheard or in the dark. I pretty much just communicate what their ideas are, and so they take all the artistic license, unless, during the course of rehearsing, there's things that obviously don't work, like logistically, like say this prop moves somewhere and ends up in someone else's hands, or one set piece might not be super functional in the way that the show works, because grandiose ideas sometimes need to find a way to happen other than the imagined mind comes up with some wild things that don't necessarily always work on stage. The last one was it was a period piece, and it was about Queen Elizabeth and Mary Queen of Scots. And so it was like stark realism. It was a totally different thing. This one's like a homage to film noir, and it's really fun. We use the adjective, has a small degree of lampoonery in it. It's kind of farcical, and it has a lot of really outrageous cues, colors, and big bump stops, and just it's really fun. The last one, not that it wasn't fun, was it was a real life historical story. So you can imagine there wasn't a lot of fancy colors or wild cues in it.